Oh, you want to look at what's coming up. Oh, welcome to our March 10-minute talk.
Exactly. I think that was our intro.
I think it's a mixed bag of things. I'm looking at what we have scheduled because I have.
Oh, yeah. No. This is mixed bag month for sure.
But I like it. I like the fact that it's a mixed bag of things.
Okay, so last week we had something titled the UU sources in 3 minutes. Really?
It was just an intro to what the sources were.
Yeah, and well, that's a good thing. We need more sources in our life.
That's right.
All right, what do we have coming up next week? We have Unitarian Universalism versus United Church of Christ. What's the difference? Yeah. No, it's actually the title is different than that. That is the question though. Are we cousins or what?
Are we cousins? That's the video.
Well, I'm not going to tell anyone in case they watch this first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But if you go on ancestry.com, just about everyone in the world's your cousin. Just saying. Okay. Let's see. The week after that, what would that be? Would that be the third weekend in March, or is that the second?
Margaret Fuller, the brains.
The brains behind the Transcendentalists.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Who are the Transcendentalists? Emerson and Thoreau and so on.
Watch for more.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, because who's a Transcendentalist? Ralph Waldo Emerson.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Oh, and that's only the second one in March. Oh, there's 5 in March. How exciting.
5 weeks in March. Long month.
Oh, here's an interesting one. How cups came to be in Unitarian Universalism. What is cups?
Covenant of Unitarian Universalist Pagans.
Oh, sounds like an interesting organization. I'm sure you're going to tell us all about it.
We'll see.
Well, it's 3 minutes and 51 seconds long. So
it's rather long. It's a long one.
One of our longest ones. Let's see. March 22nd, we are launching Theodore Parker and the Ark of Justice.
Oh, I love Theodore Parker. For those who don't know, Theodore Parker is one of my favorite theologians. I have a lot of those. I have a lot of favorite theologians.
The Ark of Justice is in some ways his most pop culture thing he ever did.
Yes. It's had such a lasting impact.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, find out more. Yes. I can't. So I'm not actually. I can't see. I couldn't see the video, so I didn't know. I'm getting no cues because I'm reading.
For those of you who speak American area and really polished, welcome to our real conversation.
All right, the last Monday in March 29th, 3 a.m. Pacific time, we are releasing a YouTube video entitled Reverend Angus McLean. The Method is the Message.
I like that one.
I like it too, because as a religious educator, right? And that's kind of my jam, is the method is the message. So
I think that it's fun to have this mixed bag of things, because this is what life is like. You go out into the world and you never know really what you're going to experience. So March is a fun month for that. 5 Mondays, 5 different things.
Well, I'm thinking about it because the UUs versus the UCC church, what's their relationship? Yeah. That goes back a long time to the certainly the early 1800s, and actually a little before that. And then we've got Margaret Fuller in the 1840s, and we have Cups in the 1980s, and we have Theodore Parker in the 1850s and 60s, and we have the Reverend Angus McLean in the 1920s through the 1950s. So it spans a lot of different eras in the history of Unitarian Universalism. Oh, and we have, guess what?
What?
We have a bonus episode that comes out before the first episode in April. It comes out on April 1st.
That'll be intriguing for folks.
That's a Thursday, just so everybody knows. And if they hit the alert button in YouTube and the subscribe button, they would find out, actually, because it would alert them that a video was coming out or had come out.
And I think that's our 10 minutes of catching you up for March.
Was that 10 minutes?
What would have been a
You
good
can start the video there when I say that.
What would have
What
been
we were just talking about when I said we should have hit record, talking about critique versus criticism.
critique versus criticism? The idea
Because
that
we're talking about it, and I'm not saying this is going to make it into the final cut, but you want to include it because we're talking about it in the framework of 3 minutes in UU history, and the fact that occasionally I would say it is a little bit unclear whether or not we are critiquing or criticizing.
I think people struggle with whether we are critiquing or criticizing both the UU faith or things from our history or the things that we're talking about in general. And I would like to go ahead and say very clearly that I am critiquing things, because a critique points out places you can grow, places that are weak, places that might need to be looked at for change. Whereas a criticism just says a thing is bad. That's so terrible. That's not what we want to do here. That's, I mean, my approach.
That's mine too, I hope.
It's hard. There's a fine line. I know that I have, and I've been witness to you in this same capacity, been accused of criticizing our own faith
Regularly. Anytime there's an in-person class at Star King.
Oh, I wouldn't
In
say.
my case.
And well, okay, I haven't had every experience. But if you want something to get stronger, you need to look at it in the most realistic light that you can look at it. And you can't lie to yourself about its flaws.
With a critical eye.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not an eye that just does criticism, but an eye that has critique in mind.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. I think that's what we're trying to do with 3 minutes of UU history and the other work of the Daily Minute.